From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, Myanmar has declared a state of emergency and is requesting international support following a deadly earthquake. A 7.7 magnitude quake hit at 12:50 p.m. local time, killing at least 144 people and injuring more than 700. Tremors have been felt in neighbouring countries, including Thailand, where an unfinished high-rise has collapsed. At least 8 people have died there and more than 100 people are trapped under rubble. The BBC's Esme Starlard says the quake is believed to have occurred on a major fault line.
Bangkok in Thailand is more than 1,000 kilometres away from that centre, but the reason they still experience very significant impacts is because that fault line runs very straight, and that means a lot of the energy gets transferred down.
Back home, and the Public Service Association says it's hard to take the Health Minister's new review seriously when the system's been cut down. Simeon Brown seeking feedback on workforce regulations, specifically improving recruitment, streamlining decision-making and simplifying registration pathways for overseas trained professionals. But the PSA's Fleur Fitzsimons believes the process isn't necessary because we already know a lack of funding is driving the problems.
This government is making more cuts when actually what we need to see is much greater investment in health. That's how we deliver to patient outcomes, not more reviews.
Cost of living looks likely to define this Australian election cycle. Prime Minister and Labour leader Anthony Albanese is going up against the Liberals' Peter Dutton in a federal election on May the 3rd. Housing, health costs and Dutton's mandate for nuclear energy are being thrown around as issues for voters to decide on. Griffith University politics professor Paul Williams says there's little on the table in terms of policy for either party.
The government will be relying very much on its record, and the opposition will be using a tax on the government's record. And of course the key issue, like it is for many countries around the world, is the cost of living.
That's news. To sport, and Red Bull racing advisor Helmut Marko claims Liam Lawson's lack of self-confidence is the reason he's been axed as Max Verstappen's teammate. The Kiwi's been demoted to the Racing Bulls outfit, swapped out for Yuki Tsunoda ahead of next week's Japanese Grand Prix. Marko's told BBC Radio 5 Lawson's performance wasn't good enough, and that comes from self-confidence. And the Highlanders are rueing costly errors after suffering a 34-27 Super Rugby Pacific loss to the Brumbies in Canberra. The visitors worked their way into the lead after trailing 15-5 at half-time, but conceded 2 late tries to let the result slip. That's sport. I'm Diana Vezic.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.